Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at a transmitter and a receiver system, which is going to be based on HackRF and PortaPack, the one that I have, as you can see it on my setup. So this HackRF One is going to act as an AM transmitter, and this device, which is your PortaPack, this is going to act as a receiving device. Notice that you have antennas connected to it on both sides. This is connected to my laptop. Now here is the basic flow graph of what is it that we're trying to get done in this particular flow graph. I have a simple signal source which is at cosine 1 kilohertz that has an amplitude which is being controlled by this GUI slider. Then I have another source which is also a cosine source that has a frequency of 1.7 kilohertz. So basically think of this as being a modulating signal and this is being your carrier signal. And of course, as you have seen, and I'll also leave a mathematical video that I made on AM transmission, there's also a constant source. All of these three sources are being added together and is going into a float to complex block. Why do I need a float to complex block? Because Osmocom source only takes a complex source. That's why I need to have a complex source, float to complex, which will take your float inputs and will convert them into a complex signals, as you can see it in the flow graph. And since I need to have an imaginary source, I'm just simply using a null source. Every one of these guys that has a frequency is being controlled by these GUI range sliders. So you have a frequency range that is going from 1 to 10 kilohertz, which is for this particular block. Frequency 2, which is going to be 1.7, which is for this carrier block that is going all the way up to 10 kilohertz. And then also both of these amplitude 1 and amplitude 2, both of these being also here for this source and for this source. Then you have a constant source that has a 500 millivolt of amplitude. Everything is being added together, then going into a float to complex block. Then the reason I need this block, so I can have a complex source, and I'm using an Osmocom source, and that is HackRF is equals to 0. All of this is going to be transmitted at frequency which is going to be controlled by this block, and that has a frequency range from 50 megahertz all the way up to 300 megahertz. You can change this to anything you want, but I have chosen this just to be on the safe side so I don't have to interrupt the electromagnetic spectrum. Now you have a frequency source, then this is the frequency that is going to be the frequency which is being controlled by an Osmocom sync. Now I have chosen a sample rate of 4 megasamples. You can choose any sample rate you want. So this HackRF is going to act as a transmitter and this is going to act as a receiver. So as you can see right now, the application that I'm using right now is called Looking Glass. Audio, because so I'll be able to demodulate this as well. But you can go in and check and see if there is, you can go to Looking Glass and then you can change the frequency to, let's say, 300 megahertz. Let's say if I want to transmit at 300 megahertz. So 300 megahertz, hardly there's nothing there on the spectrum, as you can see it. On this Looking Glass, everything looks good. Now when I start transmitting this signal, at 300 megahertz, we will see what will happen to the spectrum. So I'm going to leave this as is. I'm going to start my flow graph. I'm going to play my flow graph. And once I do that, all right, let me change this frequency to 300 megahertz. And let me increase the amplitude of both of these guys and hit enter. So the transmission, you should start seeing the transmission at 300 megahertz somewhere around here. So let me just simply go in here and move this. All right. Let me change this frequency a little bit. Let me increase the amplitude a little bit. All right. Now let's go back to my audio at the receiving end and go to my audio, and then at 300 megahertz you can see this, there's a lot of transmission that you can see on the spectrum. Everything is red. Now I'm going to turn off my transmission and you will see the effect of this on the spectrum here on this audio. As you can see this, when I turn off my transmission, there's nothing there on the spectrum. Let me turn on my transmission again at 300 megahertz. Default is 50 megahertz. I have to keep changing this frequency to 300 megahertz. Let me change this to 300 megahertz, change this amplitude, and you can already see this on the spectrum. Now you can also turn on the audio as well. There's an audio built in. I'm going to leave this to AM, and you can see the tone. You can select the step size as well. That's lower sideband. This is continuous wave. As you can hear the tone. I can turn this off, and I can also turn this off as well. And if I were to move around with this, so let me turn this on again, and let me move around with this so we can see if I can get that working at 300 megahertz at different places. Alright, so this is what an spectrum looks like. When I take this away from its original place, let's see what happens. If I'll be still able to receive the signal or not. Alright, so now I'm moving away. As you can see, my signal strength is going down. But you can see this happening at 300 megahertz. Right, so I'm still receiving my signal at 300 megahertz because I was close to my transmitting device. This is where the transmission is happening. As you can see, when I move away from the transmitter, you can clearly see the effect of that on the spectrum. If I even move further, I don't have to be in line of sight with everything. Now, if I were to move away from it, now I'm bringing my transmitter close to it. And here's the spectrum. So this is how you can actually transmit your signal and try to receive the signal using HackRF and PortaPack. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.